Hello everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of the host and Fata Morgana. I have not recovered from the last episode, in case you were curious. However, I feel like I should apologize for what I said in the last episodes, because if you guys remember, at the beginning of this game, there's a trigger warning for what was it again? Discriminatory language. And so I thought that Yukimasa's story mainly revolved around like his mistreatment due to his race. And my assumption was somewhat correct, but that's not the entirety of Yukimasa's like unhinged beast form, because a part of him is also like has these urges naturally, and also a part of him was shaped by the villagers that mistreated him when he arrived in Spain. And it's a combination of both. It's not simply one thing, which is like racism. It's not simply that. It's way more than that that formed this beast that we came to know in the last session. So I want to apologize for my assumptions that it was mainly about racism. I didn't know. Okay, now I know better. Now I know Yukimasa's true story. And I keep thinking to myself whether Yukimasa is more of a beast or more of a human. Because I can't decide. He has these beastly urges inside of him, but he knows that they are wrong and that they are bad. He feels no regret for them, but he knows that they are bad. And he is very afraid to die, right? Which is why he kills villagers, because he feels like, I need to show my superiority, I need to show my strength so that they won't hunt me down. So it's very hard for me to say if his natural urges are enough to classify him as a beast, or if he's still human underneath it all. So I don't know, I kept like swinging back and forth on this pendulum, like, because I can't decide. I keep thinking back to the question that the maid asked us, whether we think that he is more beast or more human. And I cannot make a decision. It's so hard with him, because he has so much like mental illness. It is insane, dude. If you guys have a strong opinion on this, feel free to let me know whether you think he's more of a beast or more of a human, because I can't make up my mind whatsoever. It's very hard for me to do. So yeah, let me know your opinion on Yukimasa. Yukimasa is such a fascinating character. I love him so much because he's so complex, so cruel, but also we see so many loving sides of him towards his lover. Like, he's so complex. God. You can totally hate him. I can understand fully if you hate him. He fucking sucks. He killed so many innocent people. He killed mother with child, right? A pregnant mother, and he killed the child first. So it clearly shows like sadism, pleasure in killing that we see in him before he transforms, right? He always had these urges. So, God, Yukimasa is so great of a character. Holy shit. Oh my god, okay. Guys, are you ready for the horrors that will await you in this episode? Door 3. I feel like it's only going to get worse from here. I'm not ready for this. The last two episodes made me cry. So bad. Can I handle door 3? Oh my god, okay. We'll find out together, everyone. Let us go continue on this journey throughout the goddamn history of this fuck-ass house that I hate. And I am a master of. I still wonder who the fuck we are. The protagonists, who the fuck are we? Well, anyway, guys, I don't want to daddle around too much. Let me check if I'm recording. Okay, yeah, now we're ready. I know why the fuck you clicked on this episode. You clicked here to see me suffer. You goddamn sadist. You want to see me cry. You want to see me goddamn lose my fucking mind. Well, here you go. I am here to serve, okay? I'm so sorry for projecting on you. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's continue. The door to the cellar swung shut. You had fallen to the floor at some point, unable to bear the stench of blood. The maid stood behind you, her arms wrapped around your shoulders. Who is narrating this? The house? Who's the narrator? The maid's voice was chillingly gentle. That was quite horrific, wasn't it? Yes, you did tell me that it was cruel for you to show me this. You did tell me that. Are you feeling unwell, Master? Oh my, you're shaking, Master. Literally, I'm so glad that the protagonist feels as shaken up as I am. Oh my god, I'm so happy about that. Fear not. I assure you, the beast will not come through that door. Yeah. I am here for you, and I will continue to hold you for as long as you need to settle your nerves. Hold my hand to lead me through this fucking house. Through this horror mansion. Oh dear, you feel like you might freeze in my arms? She is cold, true. Am I really that cold? I cannot tell my own temperature. Hehehe. You wish to know what happened to Bestia after that? Yeah, did he die? I could open the door once more and show you. Ha ha ha, but I've no intention of knowingly tossing you back into the den of horrors. But I want to know what happened to Yukimasa. I feel like he died. He lost the rest of his humanity, becoming Holy Beast. But, to tell just a little more of the tale, it is my understanding that an entire village was ravaged shortly thereafter. Holy fuck. He was a bewitchingly talented swordsman. That katana is doing some work, dude. Not a single person living in that village could stand up to him. In the woman's memories you saw, he was a gentle man, yes? But even the mildest of men can change. Of men. Though personally, I believe that without an element of monstrousness buried somewhere within, a man cannot become a beast, regardless of what may push him in that direction. I see, so because he had that urge inside of him before his transformation. That was the final push, huh? Dude, oh my god. I love that Yukimasa is so flawed. I love that he has these urges that are just reprehensible. In general, he has them. And he indulges in them as well. He is such a reprehensible man. God, I love how he is written. Holy shit. Sorry, let's continue. Do you follow? He? Now tell me, Master, have you remembered anything? Probably not. Did I miss anything in her speech? Holy shit, she's yapping so much. Do you follow? Okay, yeah, I didn't miss anything. Oh dear, I was afraid of that. Yeah, I still don't remember shit. I am a remarkably patient maid. I shall accompany you for as long as you require. So do please find your memories. Now, let us head to the next door. We are definitely the white-haired girl. We, the master of this house, are the white-haired girl, right? If the white-haired girl appears in the third door as well, then I'm convinced, okay? We are just the white-haired girl, okay? There's no other explanation for why the fuck she would appear every single time. Do you guys remember the intro of this game? Where it was said that the first thing that I saw was my own corpse. And her soul drifted away. And always comes back to this mansion. I feel like that was the white-haired girl in the intro. She saw her own corpse and her soul got like tethered somehow to this house and it's always coming back. This must be it, right? Oh my god, am I cooking? God, I don't know. God, I'm having so many theories. I need to log in, man. Let us head to the next door. Yep. Let's go, my executioner. The mansion is quite large, so hold on to my hand. We would not want to get separated. Here we go. House free, door free. You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit hall, passing by the mirror once again. Can I see my reflection now? The light from the candle in the maid's hand was the only thing that reflected in it. The maid herself did not appear. However, just as you were about to avert your eyes, you thought you caught a glimpse of white hair. We are the white-haired girl. Oh my god. You heard a voice echo in the darkness. And when you turned to face the mirror again, the glass was the color of obsidian, as if it had been painted over. The voice seemed to be coming from beyond the mirror. The maid did not turn back, evidently having not heard anything. You. Yeah. Extend your hand, avert your eyes. Ooh, the first decision! Oh my god, this is so important. Safety to free. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stretch out your hand, avert your eyes. Why is... so I feel like if we extend our hand, we are going against the house. Right? If we avert our eyes, we are listening to the house that is not wanting us to see our own reflection. What do we do? Or is the house calling to us maybe? Because we are hearing a voice beyond the mirror. I feel like if we extend our hand, it will lead us into the shittiest path possible. We will get the bad ending, but I'm so curious, bro. I need to know. No, I'm extending my hand. I need to know. I'm not afraid anymore. What could possibly happen, guys? What could possibly go to shit now? Listen, I only walked through 2 doors, but what could possibly go wrong, okay? Let me extend my hand. Uh-oh. You extend your hands toward the darkness overrunning the mirror. The second your hand brushed against the surface, the tips of your fingers sunk into it. And the next thing you realized, your whole world was sinking into darkness. You could hear a voice. Are we sinking into the mirror? Oh my god. I am the witch. The white-haired girl. Yeah. Oh, hello? What is happening here? Whoa, what is this UI? The forest? Oh my god. Giselle! Giselle, who the fuck are you? Is that name? No. The name is not on my list. So this is not a door, this is something else. The Witch Tales is what I'm calling this. Witch Tales. And we have Giselle. It's getting foggy. Yeah, where the fuck are we? Looks like it might rain. Maybe we should take a little break. You want to keep going? Oh, alright then. Okay, I simply want to check if my recording is still keeping up with me. I'm so sorry, I'm a little bit paranoid. Because my recording did once not record actually, and I didn't notice. So I'm very paranoid, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay. Giselle, who the fuck are you? Oh, we're at the house. This deep in the forest? Thank you very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I am looking for, yes? He could have said something. Here? Oh well. I should get going, I guess. Yeah? Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why you what? Such a big door. Please open. It's not locked, I guess. Dude, Giselle, you're speaking in riddles to me right now. Who the fuck sent you here? Who is he speaking about? They speaking about? I wonder if the window's open. Darn, not a hint of light. Hello? Is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. Why? Who did you expect to show up here? I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. What do we have here? Drapes? I see a little light beyond. Okay, this is the church part. It's so pretty. It looks like an angel. Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. I really like the music right now. With a little more light, it'll be Please do not touch the drapes. Who's that? Or the windows? Oh, who the fuck are you? Mikkel? Who are you? You look like a ghost. Who the hell are you? Such long white hair, by the way. White hair, by the way. That's very sus to me. I'm sorry for coming in uninvited, but I did announce myself. Oh shit. Is this your mansion? It is. Oh, it's his mansion. What the fuck? How did you cast this mansion, my dude? His mansion, okay. Okay, is that the white-haired girl's father? God, I don't know. Thank goodness, I was afraid it was deserted. I suspect you would have preferred it if the house were abandoned. Oh, not at all. I would be scared to death staying in this dark mansion by myself. I'm sorry. No ill will intended. But I do think it could do with some light. That way you could see where you were walking. And I'm sure this room would look splendid, illuminated. Not necessary. Huh. Why? I make do perfectly well as things are. How can you see when it's so dark? I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps. Okay, vampire. I am not in want of means of creating light. Huh. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. Damn, he instantly felt judged. Like, why is he living like this though? If you need light, you are free to leave. Damn. Is it because of his albinism? I don't know. If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. That is what the maid said as well. The maid said that too. There's a village not far from here. Trade it for food, then make your way to a larger town. I am no longer able to freely return to the city. I cannot go back there. Please, don't chase me out. Oh, I see. And do you ask this of me, aware of how people refer to this mansion? They say that a witch lives here. Yeah. Not merely a witch. A cursed witch. If you remain here, you too shall likely suffer your own destruction. Oh my god, he knows! You're worried for my well-being. Which or not, my mind is made up. Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse? Ah! Oh, he knows! You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale. The witch is real. Very much so. It is not a legend nor a fairy tale. Damn. The witch. The witch's name was Morgana! Oh shit! Name drop? Morgana. Like the Persona character? No. Morgana. Witch. Okay. The witch's name is Morgana. Ismir. What do you mean Ismir? Examine the memento. What the fuck was that? Who the fuck is Giselle? Oh my god. Oh my god, I have zero regrets, everyone. Let me look up the name Morgana, actually. I feel like it refers to a god. To some sort, I think. Oh my god, guys, Fata Morgana. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my god, bro. What? The term Fata Morgana is the Italian translation of Morgan Le Fay of Arthurian legend. And Morgan Le Fay is an enchantress, like either a witch or a human, dependent on what her role is in the story. Oh, that's so interesting, man. Oh, the Fata Morgana were described as fairy castles in the air or false land conjured by her magic. Oh, of Morgan Le Fay. Dude, it's all coming together. Even the name of this fucking game is coming together with the name of this witch. I'm gagged, bro. The writing is so good. Holy fuck. What was that? Giselle. Oh my, what is the matter, master? Why are you just standing in place? I had a fever dream, okay? There's nothing there. Not anymore. The maid did not seem to have seen anything. You make to ask her about the scene you had just witnessed. That doesn't look healthy. Master, you look like you've just seen a ghost. What is the matter? How about a little rest before we move on? You do not wish to remain here? Hee, still not fond of mirrors. Yes, now let us be off. I too dearly wish for you to return to your old self as soon as possible, master. If your desire is to push onward, then I could hardly be happier. Now follow me. So, did this distortion happen because we were about to confess to her what we saw? Mikhail, who the fuck are you? Bruh. You followed the maid's lead, returning to the living room. From there, you climbed a set of stairs, your hands sliding through the dust that had settled on the ebony railing. When you stepped out of sight of the mirror, the maid returned to normal. You had been on the verge of remembering something, but you were no longer in a position to be concerned about such things. What do you mean by that? Aha. You climbed a set of stairs. Okay. You are no longer in a position to remember such things. What do you mean by that? For the chill in the air within the mansion seemed to have intensified. Uh-oh. We saw things we shouldn't have seen then, huh? What the fuck? Standing at one end of a large corridor, you asked the maid. When was the mansion built? I would imagine you know more about that than me, master. Haha, yes, I know. You have not yet regained your memories. I was simply teasing you. I have been a servant for this house for many, many years, but the truth is, I do not know everything about it. All I know is that the mansion is cursed, and that it has brought misfortune upon its residents. Since times of old. How old? I can make a conjecture as to when it began, but I believe you should figure it out for yourself, master. There's no guarantee my perspective is the correct one. Now, let us proceed. Okay, so 1603 is the latest we can go back when it comes to memories. I guess 8 years even before that, so it would be 1595 is the last year we can return to of recalling memories. At least that is the maid's power. So, can we go back even further? I suppose. I feel like the Mikhail and Giselle stuff happened even earlier, right? God will see. You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit corridor. While the layout of the house was the same as in the eras of the flaxen-haired boy and the beast, the bleak, colorless gloom felt incredibly dreary. Damn. Damn, dude. On the wall, partway down the hall, hung a painting. The painting, which depicted a beautiful landscape, was oddly entrancing, but you did not have time to appreciate the artwork. Your hand in the maid's, you passed by the painting. Before long, a door came into sight at the end of the hall. Damn, I should have looked at this painting for longer. This door is what I would like to show you next, Master. Listen closely. Do you hear the voices? This door looks lovely. Lively but rough, energetic but coarse. What lies beyond this door is neither a period of elegance and abundance like the first, nor the one of ruin and savagery like the second. Technology and culture had become quite developed. Cameras and photography had been invented. It was a time of great progress and many breakthroughs. And for that reason, those who lived in it were constantly seeking to try new things. The tale I am about to tell you is one of a man who wagered everything on his ambitions. I hope that what you see, Master, will stir something in your heart. Oh, I'm sure it will, dude. Now, through the door we go. Please do not let go of my hand. Don't tell me it's another love story, man. The man pushes open the door. The maid pushed open the door. Colorful balls bounced around atop a long dark green table. One man dressed in black and standing by the billiards table turned toward the door. The room was inundated with eye-watering cigar smoke, causing you to squeeze your eyes shut. Oh my god, a gentleman's club? The fuck? The third door! Okay. What year are we in? I'm ready to write this down. 1869. 69, yo. Damn, it's an even longer time. 1869, third door. So this is... Oh my god, there are cogwheels at the bottom. The music, though? Hey. Hey. If we have jazz... Ooh. Ooh! I love this! Okay. So this is... 162 years after the second door. 162, bro. That's quite the time jump. That era was a rat race of innovation and development. Ooh, a gentleman's room. Oh, I'm so digging this music, man. The smoke was so thick you could hardly see more than a few feet ahead of you. I could compare it to a dense morning fog, but that might give the impression of beauty, and there was little of that to be found in this haze. Do you see the silhouettes of several men in the smoky room? The one in the middle. The one looking in your direction, Master, was the present master of the house. Oh, Jacopo. Name? Master of this house is you. Jacopo. Okay. Got it? His name was Jacopo. And though he dressed in such fine attire, I sincerely doubt he understood how splendid the furnishing left in the mansion truly were. I am a faithful servant of this house, and I would not, for the life of me, dare speak ill of my master. However, this is a time long past. I imagine God would be so kind as to turn a blind eye to a little bit of honesty. Damn, she hated this God, bro. I was not terribly fond of my master back then. He had wavy hair, the color of over-dried tea leaves, a piercing gaze, an arrogant smile, and he wore a hat that made him look rather haughty. The fucking fedora, bro. He put his trust only in money, renown, and rank. He loved only the iron and steel that had revolutionized so many industries. He had not the slightest bit of love or care for other people. At the very least, that is what I believed at the time. Take a look around the room, Master. Jacopo had remodeled it into a recreation area. A billiards table sat in the center of the room, and the downward-facing lights hanging from the ceiling were special made. The lights shone upon the dark green stand like a stage. Cigars and bourbon-lined glass cases installed in place of bookshelves. The cases were always fully stocked, their contents available to partake of readily. At that particular moment, as he had many times before, Jacopo had invited several friends and acquaintances, and they were entertaining themselves. His wealthy, high-ranking acquaintances had a variety of hair colors, from polished brass to the brown of a baby robin to the color of sunburnt wheat. Interesting color descriptions. There was also much greater variations in skin tone compared to the visitors and residents of previous eras. Okay? But that was hardly any surprise, for the mansion set upon land inhabited largely by immigrants, the New World. So, the last time we were in Spain, if we are not in Spain right now, then that means this mansion is moving places. What's the matter? What are you looking at? Nothing. I just thought I heard someone say my name. Ain't no one there unless you're seeing a ghost. I don't believe in such nonsense. It's an old house with a long history. Wouldn't be surprised if it had a ghost or two. But if the place gonna be haunted, I'd take a princess over a bloody broad any day. Of course. A princess, eh? And when she showed up, you'd have your way with this ghost lady, am I right? Color me impressed, son. You jump her bones and she don't even got any to jump. Oh my god, dude. Come on now, that's hardly fair. Not much you can even do with a ghost. Okay, bro. My god, are you men or children? This is my house and I would rather you didn't talk about it like that. Just the blabbering so a couple of drunks. Pretend you didn't hear nothing. For the love of God. In any event, whatever happens to that printer you invested in, that printer, I haven't heard their name come up in some time. Can we please avoid the topic? It's been quite the headache for me. I thought it'd pay off, but it always sounded sketchy to me. I'd recommend you pull out unless you want to find yourself with nothing left but a nice fat pile of dead. You could imagine that beforehand. Oh, this is killing me. The men's deep voices resonate in the cloudy room. As they imbibed alcohol and puffed on their cigars, they conversed mostly about business and money. And women. Jacopo and the rest of the men were a breed known as investors. Oh, the investor bros! Great. You might also call them tacticians. They survived on information attained before anyone else by making swift decisions and having foresight. Though instead of flesh and bone, their soldiers were made of ink and paper. To an outsider, this meeting might appear to be a congregation of friends, but in reality they were observing one another, gathering information, and anything else they could use to get ahead. At times, money and information were exchanged directly. And when they were no longer of financial value to one another, their relationship would pop like a bubble and dissipate into nothing. I see. But you know, Jacopo, you can't be sure this railroad you're so passionate about is gonna bear fruit, neither. Oh, I feel like it definitely will, bruh. You don't even know if it'll get finished. And even if they do connect the tracks, will it really be in any shape for people to ride? It's a pipe dream. This transcontinental railroad of yours. Jacopo went silent, but I'm certain this is what was going through his head. You're a bunch of damned imbeciles if you can't see that the entire country's put their weight behind this endeavor. This is why you have so much trouble making even a few thousand. Huh. What a prick, bruh. At the time, a great railway was being built across the breadth of the continent. Construction was spearheaded by two large rail companies in competition for both prestige and a bigger share of this massive national enterprise. The Union Pacific Railroad Company started building from the east, and the Central Pacific Railroad Company from the west. Are we in America right now? But government bonds alone were not enough to finance the massive undertaking. By the way, there have been some less than pleasant reports about workers dying on the job for the company you chose, Central Pacific. Ah, you mean how they are using explosives to blast through the mountains? Making quite a bang they are. But if this gets to be much bigger of a fix, they're not gonna be able to continue construction. You should at least put your money in the more sure bet of the two, the Union Pacific. It'll cost you to hire replacement workers, and if they keep kicking the bucket, you're gonna have trouble finding more. Huh. My goodness. And here I thought you all had spines. You think we're gonna run out of workers just because a few ate in? Ha! There's so many we don't even know what to do with them all. Oh, so many, huh? There's not a chance it will dry up. And if by some chance it does, all we have to do is scoop up a ship full of blacks or yellows. Okay, we are in America, great. So the house does move then. We were in Spain before. Dude, disgusting shit. You won't get anywhere if you spend your time worrying about a few measly laborers. This is an endeavor backed by the entire nation. The deaths are honorable in service of the country. The biggest loss is not of people's lives, but of time. The longer a project takes, the more money it costs, and the less profit we make. What we seek is rapid progress, even if the methods to obtain it are messy or deadly. Wow. Wow, I hope he dies. The other man in the room chuckled uncomfortably at Jacopo's distasteful choice of words. Do you agree with his way of thinking, Master? Perhaps he does have a point, in that great sacrifice is necessary to accomplish great things. But speed is only necessary if you think about monetary gain, so, you know. And it is true that tragedy often lies in the shadows of the splendor of times long past. Furthermore, the way people see the world changes with the times, so I hesitate to criticize him too severely. Now, as I am sure you have already picked up on, he was an investor who had put money into a railroad company. He also possessed several crude oil refineries, riding on the world's second wave of industrial development. The mansion too bustled with life in a way it never had before. Dozens of maids, including me, gardeners, chefs, sculptors, artists. At times we even had writers come in and out of the house. There was rarely a moment of silence. However, I was not terribly fond of the hustle and bustle personally. But please do not get me wrong, I am hardly opposed to the mansion being cheerful. It was just, how should I put it? The splendor of the time seemed superficial, heartless. I see. It was as though everyone was being rushed along by some unknown invisible force. Part of it was, I expect, caused by the growing divide between those standing at the top and sitting at the bottom. Or perhaps the mansion was simply taking after its master. True, it does fulfill the master's wishes. That is true. There's no time to waste. Everything is resting upon the success of this project. Whatever it takes, I will ensure it happens. I need more money and more power. Suddenly a restrained knock on the door stopped his train of thought. From beyond the door came a woman's voice, gentle as a soft spring breeze. Pardon me, I have made some tea. May I offer you a cup? Is this the white-haired girl? It is! What the fuck, bro? She's everywhere! Wow, her dress is beautiful. What's your name? I don't know, but the white-haired girl is back. When the door opened, in it stood a beautiful woman with pure white hair. It was indeed her. Are you surprised? Or did you anticipate her appearance? I kind of anticipated it. Though she was not the same age and dressed differently, the white-haired girl, whom you saw fall into the hands of misfortune in the era of roses and the era of the beast, was also present in this era of innovation. Furthermore, she was Jacopo's wife! Oh, the most miserable of existences. Oof. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. Wife, white-haired girl. Leave this man right now. Leave his toxic ass, dude. Oh no. Tea! I don't recall asking for that. When were you asked to make it? I wasn't, but I had these leaves with the most wonderful aroma, and I thought you might enjoy it. Shut your trap and know your place. What do you think we all have all these mates for? Oh my god. He deserves to die. Hey no. No need to treat your lady like that. She was just trying to be cautious. They are my personal affairs. These are my personal affairs. Please keep your comments to yourself. I hate him. His friends were unsure how to react, but ultimately nobody stepped up to stop Jacopo. They merely shrugged, tossing glances at one another. Jacopo stormed over to the white-haired girl. He then grabbed her by the arm and dragged her from the den. Oh my god, is he gonna beat her? What the hell do you think you're doing? I've told you time and again to stay away from that room unless absolutely necessary. I'm sorry, but I made tea and... Shut up about the tea already! You think we're having tea parties in there like a bunch of prissy nobles? I'm sorry. If you really feel so bad, don't go in there in the first place. Get the hell back to your room. I meant no harm. It's just, I'm your wife. I thought it would be nice if I could do something. Like I've told you, that's not your job. Don't show yourself in front of the other men. I have nothing else to say to you. Oh my god. God and Oscaram. A sakes alive. First them, now you. It's dragging me up the wall. Oh my god. What is it? I told you to get out of here. Right, but uh-oh. What? When will you spend time with me next? Oh no. It has been some time since we last went out together. But we don't even have to go out. Just having dinner together with... Uh-oh. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? You worthless tramp. Are those ears only for show? Go back to your goddamn room. My apologies. I hate him. I hate him. This, like, the girl with white hair is always miserable. I feel so bad. Oh my god. Looking utterly downtrodden, the white-haired girl made her departure. Such a piteous sight she was. As he watched her go, Jacopo merely snorted. Just thinking about the way he behaved then angers me. Same. I have little fondness for men who do not treat their spouses with respect. The maid is so based, bro. So based. So as you can see, the white-haired girl was in hardly a joyous situation, as usual. She was devoted to Jacopo and tried to do whatever she could for him, but he only brushed her aside. He did so in an insulting, deliberately hurtful manner. They were far from picturesque partners, yeah? Do you wonder then, Master, why she married him? The answer to that question will come to light in time. For now, let us follow her. Maybe because of the money? Because he was rich? Ooh, another track. Looking down dejectedly at the undrunken tea, the white-haired girl walked alone down the corridor. Though its calming scent filled the air, there was nobody around to have their heart warmed by it. Yeah, not even her own heart. I hope she cheats on him, bruh. Nor was there anyone to alleviate her loneliness. Despite being the master's wife, the maids who crossed her path in the halls said nary a word to her. They also didn't speak to her. As a matter of fact... Oh? They mistreated her? Oh dear, I beg your pardon, madam. It's fine. One even bumped into her, stifling a laugh as she trotted off. In all likelihood, she had done it intentionally. The poor white-haired girl, who had fallen to the floor, stared helplessly at the broken cups. The tea she made for her husband was forming a stain in the carpet. The maid's behavior towards the mistress of the house was absolutely unacceptable. Oh, dude, this track. I'm so in love with the track in this part. I'm vibing so bad. I hate the situation though. Even the maids are fucking bullying her, man. I feel get out of this house, girl. You will come back anyway because this house apparently spawns you every single time, but like, please just get out of this fucking house. Oh my god. Nonetheless, it was commonplace, all because of the way Jacopo treated her, so the maids did too. The more the man of the house acted cruel to her, the less weight her position as his wife held to the servants. Day in and day out, the maids worked busily, offered little opportunity for leisure, so they would naturally have accumulated quite a bit of stress. And she became the target for them to let off this steam. Not directly, but through a more subdued kind of harassment from the shadows. She must have felt quite miserable, I'm pretty sure. I imagine she would have been better off as one of the maids. On the surface and in front of others, they showed respect for her as Jacopo's bride, but behind closed doors they acted very much the opposite. The disparity between the treatment she received around others, the treatment she was supposed to receive at all times, and the way she was actually treated made the abuse that much worse. And furthermore, as you have seen through the other doors, Master, she was a very reserved young woman, who doesn't speak up that much, yeah. She could neither raise her voice in reprimand, nor raise her hand in retaliation. I have to get this cleaned up. Poor girl. She extended her spindly fingers towards the shards of shattered porcelain. But even the broken cup seemed to have no concern to spare for her. Its shattered edge cut her fingertip when she made to pick it up. Yeah. A trickle of warm red blood ran across her unearthly white skin. As painful a sight as it was, it had a sort of taboo beauty to it. Interesting. The blood spilling from her finger showed no sign of slowing down. Even the porcelain was cruel to her. Holy shit. She clenched her hand into a fist, let out a sigh, and went back to collecting the shards of porcelain. But when she did... Maria! Madam! Madam! Maria... A maid. Okay. What's the matter? Madam, you bleeding? While all the other maids ignored her, one came running over, shouting to the white-haired girl's side. Huh. We need to get that cleaned and bandaged up. Oh, you don't need to pick that up. That's not your job, madam. It's alright, Maria. There's not much to pick up. It is not at all alright. And the rest of you, why are you just standing there? Your boss's wife is on her hands and knees and you're not even lifting a finger to help her. You disgust me. Maria, it's fine, really? Thank God for Maria, bro. Thank God. I hope she won't die. Oh, madam. If you weren't so timid, this wouldn't happen. You're allowed to yell at them, you know? It's alright, really. It's my fault. It's not your fault, dude. Her eyes look so empty, by the way. This poor guy. Yeah. Anyway, we should get that finger taken care of. Let's get you back to your room, okay? But the broken cups in the spill. As I said, that's the maid's work. Now come on, let's go. Okay. And the rest of you, get this mess cleaned up. She roared like the wind in a thunderstorm. The other maids stood there dumbfounded, watching as she and the white-haired girl disappeared down the hall. But they were soon frowning and grumbling to one another. She thinks she can act all high and mighty just because the master's fond of her. Oh. The master's fond of Maria. The woman's name was Maria. She was one of the maids. And she was the one person in the mansion the white-haired girl couldn't think of as an ally. Though her husband paid her no mind, and the maids made her life miserable, just one person, Maria, treated her with respect and kindness. And I am sure you can readily imagine just how much of a lifesaver that was for her. I too found myself somewhat relieved that Maria was there for her. Being a servant of this house, I was also one of the maids working there at the time. However, I was unable to involve myself to any great degree in her fate. This meant that there was little I could do to assist her, even in times of pain and unpleasantness. The best I could do was pray that Maria would continue to lend the white-haired girl her hand. Damn. And that does it. Thank you, Maria. You're always such a big help. Oh no need to thank me. I just did what any good maid should do. No one else in the room is in the room, you know. Oh right, then I could drop the act? Man, I just can't get used to talking all stuffy. I'm out there doing my best, but the head maid's still spouting stuff like, your manners of speaking is improper for a servant. Every single time we meet. Yeesh. Come on, just prove it, would ya? You're a damn creep. Huh? No, you mustn't speak of her like that. Sorry, slip of the tongue. She just kind of gives me the willies, you know? Speaking of, you dropped the stuffy talk too, madam. Kinda awkward if only one of us is acting casual, you know? This is normal for me. If I attempted to talk like you, I would freeze up out of nervousness. This is my casual. Fair enough. Guess that's what happens when you're raised well, huh? I like it though. It has a very regal feel about it. I don't think my upbringing is the only factor. But you know, upbringing is important. With a whole lot of money that, with a lot more than money, I'd say. I suppose. Thank you, Maria. You're always so compassionate. You betcha. They don't call me the Virgin Mary for nothing. I practically bleed compassion. Okay. You know, that might be true. You very well could be the reincarnation of the Mother of God. Okay. Her name is also Mary, you know. Maria. No, you were supposed to laugh at that. It's just embarrassing if you take it seriously. Alone in the white-haired girl's room, Maria was acting much more friendly and relaxed as they conversed, as opposed to her no-nonsense attitude in the hallway. The two women were, as you can see, quite close. They had crossed over the wall separating master from servant and built a bond of friendship. And at some point, they had begun to speak frankly with one another when no one else was around. Maria was the only person in the mansion around whom the white-haired girl felt comfortable being open. I imagine she very much enjoyed these moments of conversation. You wish to know who the head maid was? My. Are you sure you want to ask me that, master? Hee. Some questions are better left unasked for your own good. Who was the head maid? Okay, so my prediction for where this plot will go. First let me write this down. A head maid, question mark? Why am I not supposed to find out about this? Will that disturb me in some way? I don't know. But maybe, since the master is also fond of Maria, maybe the master of this house will cheat on the white-haired girl with Maria? Maybe. I feel like because the white-haired girl always suffers, I feel like Maria will betray her trust. To some degree. I don't know in what way. Maybe through cheating. Maybe through different means. But I feel like Maria will betray the white-haired girl. Because she is meant to suffer. Because this house makes everyone miserable. That is my prediction. My god. I have to say, madam, you have the prettiest fingers. Mine are all rough and dry and nasty. You think so? Mine haven't the slightest bit of muscle. They're about as frail as dead branches. Damn. Oh, who needs beefy mitts anyway? I still think healthy-looking hands like yours are far more attractive. What? What's to like about these things? Women all over the world dream of having hands like yours. Slender, feminine, and perfectly cared for. I don't know, just looking at them lights the fire on my loins. Raging lesbianism, we love it. Makes you want to lick every last one. Okay, you're kind of freaky, Maria. You're kind of freaky. Actually, say, can I lick him? Girl, get your shit together. Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Can I run my tongue up and down all 10 of those sweet little things? Come on, can I? What do you say? Stop that, Maria, seriously. I'm kidding, I'm just kidding. She wasn't kidding. Oh, Maria. Right, how did those tea leaves turn out, madam? The ones you imported. All the maids just adore it. They can't get enough of that aroma. I'd sure like to get a taste of it. If you end up with extra, you think you could spare a sip for me? There was what was in the cups? I dropped. What, really? Well, ain't that a crying shame? And Jacopo wouldn't have any of it? Nope. God, why does that man have such a stick up his ass? I don't know. You went through all the trouble of making it for him and he was busy. It's not his fault. Oh, it's so his fault, guy. Busy? You mean playing billiards, drinking bourbon and puffing a damn cigar? It may look to us like they are just making small talk, but I'm certain their meeting has some importance to their business. It was imprudent of me to try to step into the man's world. Oh. That's just not right. I mean, you're his wife. Why shouldn't you be allowed into the room? It doesn't bother me. Oh, it should. It should bother you. You don't have to pretend. Oh. Here's an idea. How would you like to have some of that tea now? We also have some orange marmalade, which you like so much. And a scoop of that and a tray of cookies, and we have the perfect tea time. You're singing the siren song, madam? But you really should be doing that with him. He would not have tea. I suspect he does not like it. I don't want it to go to waste, so... Madam, I know it's none of my business, and I have no place at all saying this, but... It's not impossible for a woman to file a divorce these days? Literally, divorce this man. Divorce this man right now, please. Yep. You don't have to sit down and take it, not one bit. Oh. You're pretty, well-educated, and still young. There's hope, even if you do leave him. There are plenty of other men out there. You aren't obligated to stick with that arrogant jerk. He's just very busy right now. There you go again. Excuses. Yeah, she's excusing him. There was a time when he was kind. He wasn't like this when we first met. Back then he was a little awkward, but a kind man. Him? A kind man? Yes, believe it or not. This is the thing of being in an abused relationship, right? This is the thing. In an abusive relationship, you always recall the past, and that gives you the delusion of potential. The potential of them being better, the potential of them returning to the moment where you first met them. However, it is nothing more than a delusion to keep you tethered to this relationship. Let go of your past memories of this kind person you knew, because he is cruel right now, and that is the most important part that you should focus on. Oh god. Oh god, this poor guy. I feel so bad. Yes, believe it or not, there was indeed a time. Say, Maria, would you mind giving me a little bit more of your time? I'll make some tea and we can talk. Alright. If you're telling me about when Jacopo was decent, I'm all ears. She looks so pretty, by the way. Maria's so cute. Indeed. They're both so cute. Oh my god. Fuck this husband. Fuck Jacopo, bruh. Ooh, she's so pretty. As I'm sure you're aware, our parents arranged our marriage. I see him. By the way, guys, the maid said that she hated Jacopo at the time, so she might like him now. So Jacopo might still get character development and become a better person by the end of this, but he will still suffer because this is the house of suffering, okay? The house of misery. Oh my god, house of misfortune. My goodness. It will end bad for him, but I feel like he will have character development and turn into a better person. We'll see. Before I emigrated to this country to be married, I lived in a misty island nation. England? Portraits of my ancestors hung in the house where I lived. I remember as a child wincing in fear at the sight of them staring down at me. My mother and father were constantly yelling and telling me to show them respect, as it was their hard work that kept our bloodline alive and well. However, they were fighting an uphill battle to do the same. It would have been clear to anyone reasonably perceptive that our house was coming tumbling down. Valuable furniture and paintings slowly disappeared, and eventually the portraits were gone too. As our house collapsed, so too did my parents' health deteriorate, robbing us of any source of income. And though I was educated, I lacked the skills necessary to obtain work. Just as we were about to run out of money, my parents received Jacopo's parents' marriage proposition. Both of our families stood to benefit from the arrangement. I had social status and he had wealth. We each had what the other lacked. One needs more than money to make it in the world. If at least a semi-reputable name attached to you, you're liable to get laughed out of most social gatherings. I first met Jacopo here in this country. We didn't even know what the other looked like until our wedding day. To be quite honest, I was scared to death at first. I was so nervous. What kind of man would he be? Was I to be wed to some middle-aged stranger? We were not marrying because we had fallen in love like a normal couple. I knew I was in no position to be concerned of such things, but when I thought about our future, I shook with fear. But the man I saw through my veil at the wedding was remarkable. He was young, had strong masculine eyes, and at the same time he too appeared nervous. He was shaking so much, no, even more than me. Seeing that, the priest gave an impish little smirk when he asked Jacopo if he vowed his eternal love to me. I counted myself among the happy, and I still do. You are miserable in this house! You're miserable! For in that moment, I experienced true love. You wanted to hear about when he was kind to me. Well, after the wedding, we were given a week to ourselves. I suppose you could call it the honeymoon, though we didn't take a trip overseas, or even go very far at all. He looked at me with uncertainty and asked, "Oh, where would you like to go?" "Oh, I beg your pardon?" "That's what this week is for, right? I'll consider granting your request, so tell me where you want to go." This is all so sudden." Nothing? Well, this whole engagement was spur of the moment. Normally we would have planned a trip in advance, but unfortunately our purpose is served so long as we act the part. You must be disappointed that you have to plan your honeymoon as it's happening. No, What? Speak clearly, eh? I don't like it when people don't speak their mind. I'm sorry, but I'm happy. Even if this is a political marriage. Well, you're quite the positive thinker. Your parents say something to make you think that way? Well, either way, if you're so glad to be in this arrangement, then hurry up and decide on a destination. Though there is a limit to how far we can go. If you want to take a trip, I'll consider it. What, is something funny? It just seemed comical to me that our honeymoon has begun, and we're only now deciding where we want to go. Not in a bad way, though. I'm glad our parents didn't arrange everything for us. Perhaps you've heard, but I'm quite sensitive to sunlight and not in the best of health. So it would be rather trying for me to spend a full week out of the house. We couldn't go on a trip, but if it's not too much trouble. Speak up. Could you show me around town? I'm new to this country and unfamiliar with its customs, and I'm rather afraid to go wandering about on my own. Show you around? Yes. Would that be possible? On a rare bit of time off, you asked me to show you around town. Is that really the most exciting idea you have? I'm sorry. If there's something you would like to go, and somewhere you would like to go, I'm fine with that. I will accompany you anywhere. As if I could drag someone who just professed to being sickly all over the country. My god, I've lost all interest in a trip. Oh damn. Is that the moment of kindness that you recall? Hello, what are you doing? Go get ready now. I beg your pardon? Didn't you want to see the town? You will show me around? You're the one who asked. Not like I have any other options, so yeah, I'll show you around. Thank you. Don't just stand there, you dart. Get a move on. Oh, he's so rude. Oh, this prick, bro. One moment. Wait for me, please. Oh, this prick. Oh, this prick, bro. Pissing me off. He hurriedly climbed into the carriage he had called for, a look of frustrated displeasure on his face. And then, as if he had forgotten about me until that moment, he returned, grabbed me by the arm, and led me to the carriage. I forgot that this was the white-haired girl speaking, by the way. I'm always used to the maid narrating, I'm so sorry. In retrospect, I realized he was not being very gentlemanly. Yeah, but was pleased that he was making any attempt to interact with me at all. The fucking bar's in hell, bro. The bar is in hell. Oh my god. I hate this prig. As the carriage trotted down the streets, I saw so many new things. I had spent most of my time cooped up inside at home, so it was like stepping into an entirely new world. And add to that the rapid industrial advancement currently taking place, I saw men shouting back and forth as they smacked newspaper articles with the back of their hands. I saw corner cafes drowned with cigar-smoking men on break from work. It was like the hustle and bustle of a festival. But every festival has its underside. I also saw overworked men, looking like they were on the verge of collapse, drinking water from a spigot on the side of the road. By way of contrast, I wore fine clothing and had a carriage at my disposal. I imagine every day was a struggle for them just to remain afloat. Had I not married the man I had, I too might have found myself on the streets in a similar situation. But it was not relief that spread from my breast at the sight of them, it was pangs of guilt. It felt to me like a life of opulence was wrong, sinful. It broke my heart to know that I was living so much better than them. Jacobus nodded disapprovingly at me, seemingly reading my mind, and then said, "The poor man who envies the rich, covets his wealth, and finds the ambition to make the same for himself. And the rich man who pities the poor, thinking it his duty to give them offerings of philanthropy. To me, the latter is the far more nefarious. Excessive charity will ruin a man, make him come to expect handouts. And then there are those with the wrong idea of pity, who let themselves fall down the same place, mistakenly believing it will somehow make the poor feel better. What a joke. If you're going to do anything for them, you might as well encourage them to climb upward. Be a part of the system, dude? They are already a part of the system, you jerk. I hate the from rags to riches mentality, because the only thing that it does is give you the illusion of wealth in the future. Despite it not being possible, because only a few actually managed to reach that ending. To get up the ladder. So no, it's awful. I hate this mindset too. Spurn economic growth and the flow of capital. Doesn't that sound like the better option? I say nothing, simply smiling and giving an ambiguous nod. He had a point. My sympathy and guilt meant nothing to people actually experiencing hardship. If feeling guilty of my own fortune, I acted upon that pity in the way he had described, it would accomplish little more than self-satisfaction. Yeah, it won't fix the problems in the system. He seemed to have seen straight through to my very core. This was a man who had built his own fortune through investment, which I imagine required him to be rather astute. But thus in a world where everyone is constantly trying to climb higher and higher sound rather exhausting. I personally would prefer to be in a position where I could watch, if only from a distance, as others climbed. But obviously I could not say as much to him. I see him. She's so kind and compassionate, and this prick is pissing me off. Sometime later, the carriage came to a stop in front of a shop. As he looked at the building perplexedly, he gestured to the door with his chin, signaling for me to get out. Lost and confused, I stepped down from the carriage, and before me spread a showcase behind a large glass window. However, lined up in the case were not precious metals or expensive clothing, but machines. At first I had no idea what kind of devices they were. Have you ever had your photo taken before? No, I have had a portrait painted though. Are these machines for taking photographs? A portrait, eh? Why am I not surprised? I did not mean to boast. Go on, get in. Please wait for me. Oh my god, this prig. Not waiting for her, not respecting her. The owner came out to greet us with a wide smile as we entered the shop. Well, if this ain't the strangest thing I've seen all day. You bring a lady and a real look at that. When after you catch this pretty little thing? She's my wife. Ha 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 ha. Well, I beg your pardon. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Hello? Just goes to show you never know where the cards may fall. You make it sound like my getting married is some kind of miracle. I always say you as one to choose money over love, sir. So you saw you as one to choose money over love, yeah. This prig gets no riz. Gets no game. Oh, pardon me, this isn't appropriate to say in front of your wife. Yeah. Do Do you often come to the shop? On occasion. I need some things here from time to time. I see. There you go, smirking again. What's so funny, huh? Oh, insecure. Small dick energy from this guy. The insecurity is so strong. We're going to have our photo taken, yes? I'm so nervous and excited. I've never had one before. And to have it taken side by side with you. What are you talking about? Pardon? Who said we were getting our pictures taken? And side by side, please. You're sending shivers down my spine. He's not even seeing her on the same level as him. But this is a photography shop. Hey, shopkeeper. The product I contacted you about, is it ready? Oh, yeah? Sit tight, I'll be right out. Oh. You take a seat. There's a chair over there. What? I'm going to show you something much more exciting than sitting still and waiting in front of a camera lens. Oh? Just do as I say. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I sat down in front of a large mirror, which I presume was normally used to check your appearance before having your picture taken. Sitting before a mirror with someone else present was quite nerve-wracking. Out of embarrassment, I dropped my gaze to my knees. But when Jacopo returned, I was entranced by the curious object in his hands. Oh! What is it? What is this? Do you know what persistence of vision is? Persistence of vision. The human eye does not perceive the world 100% accurately. That is especially true for objects in motion. It remembers images for a short time, so if you put a new image in the same place, your eye perceives it as in motion. Seeing for yourself will be faster than explaining it. You see these little slits in the disc? Look through the bottom one and into the mirror. Oh, so she will see those pictures, those in motion. Oh, I see. Okay. Good, just like that. Bring your head in close. Here goes. Standing behind me, he slid his fingers across the top of the peculiar toy, causing it to spin gracefully. And then... She saw the pictures moving, right? Yeah. Nice. So, what do you see, They're dancing. A man and a woman are dancing. Sounds like you're not having any trouble seeing it. Wow. I love how it's animated. It's so beautiful. Are they dancing well? Yes, they are. It's the most adorable thing. What, adorable? That's funny. I asked to have it modeled after a ballroom dance. Yes, it's very elegant dance. But you see, they're small, like little dwarfs, which I thought was kind of cute. And they seem so close, going around and round without ever letting go of each other's hands. I'm predicting this right now. I feel like Jacopo and his wife will also dance like this. Maybe in a more twisted sense, but they will dance like this in the future. I'm predicting this already, okay? This will become important. This is incredible. Why does it look like they're dancing? They were all lined up in a row a few moments ago. Goodness, I just explained that to you. It's playing a trick on your eyes. What you're seeing is lots of different pictures in a short period of time. To put it in words you might understand better, it's an illusion. Your eyes are being fooled into thinking the image is moving. Your eyes are being fooled. Oh my god. Your eyes are being fooled into thinking that this marriage is working, okay? It's not. This marriage is not working out, guy. An illusion. But they're dancing. They really are. And they look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? This is literally talking about their married life right now. The happiness in your married life is an illusion. Oh my fucking god. To me, it does not seem to be. I cannot see it as anything but two people, tiny people dancing. That's how it works. Reach out your hands and try to grab them. You won't be able to. You're right. That's a shame. I didn't think you actually would. But it's the most precious thing. They look as though they're dancing atop my palm. I was mesmerized by the strange phenomenon. Pictures were moving after all. Still images had begun dancing before me. It was almost as if God had breathed life into them. He had called it an illusion, but I could not grasp that. It was such an adorable, heartwarming sight. She sees this illusion as reality, yeah. Okay. I imagine the two were living in some other world separate from our own. They looked so happy. I was almost certain that they were off dancing in their joy as well. Free from all the sorrow and loneliness and pain of this one. Yeah. Eventually the speed at which they danced began to slow, as if they were resting their legs. I almost thought I could hear the sound of their feet with each step. Damn, she's so mesmerized by this. Wow. Holy shit. Ah, they've stopped. They can dance forever. They don't get tired. I see. I'm amazed such an incredible device exists in this world. It makes me wish I had gone outside sooner. I'm sure someone from a distinguished house, a house as yours, has seen plenty of amazing things with your family. Hardly. I never left the house. I'm ignorant about the ways of the world. If you had not told me, I would have probably never known about moving pictures, the illusion of moving pictures. Do you like it? Yes, of course. More than the portrait you had painted? Yes, I do. The paintings was wonderful too, but you can't seem to make up your mind. Go on, tell me, which do you like better, the portrait or this? I like this better. I see. He looks somewhat pleased. Though when it comes down to it, this is a simple trick. This is a simple trick only a child would fall for. Then I suppose that makes me a child. If it means I get to watch something as splendid as two tiny people dancing, I'll happily fall for the trick. Quit describing it as two tiny people dancing. You're going to lose your head that far up in the clouds. I'm sorry. I do not know how else to describe it though. It's a toy called a phenakistoscope? I don't know how to pronounce that. Phenakistoscope? Phenakistoscope. Well, close enough. Phenakis wheel? Okay, good. That's good enough, yeah. It was invented about 30 years ago. I had the shopkeeper make one modeled after the original design. So the shop owner drew this? He did. A lot better than you'd expect, isn't he? Yes, indeed. I'm surprised you could draw something so cute. Say that to his face and he'll go red as a bean. Damn. What I'd give to get a load of that. You should tell him the next time you see him. He's a sweet man. Despite how he looks, you mean? It's not right to judge people based on their appearance. She doesn't want to be judged by her appearance either. I'm just kidding. Don't take it too seriously, yeah? The shopkeeper here loves new technology, yeah? That phenakistoscope is one such invention that caught his eye. You can trick the eyes into thinking drawings are moving. Using a sequence of photos, you can perhaps make it seem as though real people are moving too. And if it becomes possible to show those images to many people at once, these developments could broaden the options artists have to express themselves. Not drawing, but photographs? Yes, photos. By taking hundreds or perhaps thousands of photographs, it would be possible to reproduce the world as we see it. This room, people walking down the streets. There's no point in recording boring everyday life though. If you're gonna leave a record of anything behind, it should be the projects and enterprises that move nations. Say for example, a moving record of the opening ceremony of the railroad. That would be something worth watching. And then in time it would expand beyond a mere record-keeping technology and find its way into the hands of artists. Is such a thing possible? You must remain still for a long time to take a single photograph. Right now it isn't, but eventually it will be. And I'm not simply fantasizing here. Is that so? It sounds very futuristic. Do you... What? Do you want to support people who work on that sort of thing? Is that why you are friends with the owner? It has nothing to do with my wants. I merely think there's money in it. Of course he does. The rich starve for entertainment. The artists create that entertainment. I have no interest in their pretentious self-expression. Dude, he would invest in AI. 100%, bro. I just want their money. Hee. What's so funny, yeah? You look like you're enjoying yourself. He enjoys exploiting other people, bruh. Honestly, just about the money. As you say. Is it though? Is it though? Maybe he does enjoy, like making futuristic gadgets. Alright, let's get moving. Next is dinner. What? We're leaving already? Does that displease you? No, not at all. To tell you the truth, I wanted to spend a little more time playing with the Fenakis wheel, but I could not bring myself to say as much. Reluctantly, I approached the owner to return the wheel. Don't bother. Bring it with you. What? But... If you don't want it, that's fine too. Just make your decision quickly, yeah? You're making the driver wait.
Having said that, Jacopo exited the shop. I alternated between looking at his bag and the Fennecis wheel, debating what I wanted to do. And then with a smile, the owner whispered to me,
"You're allowed to keep it, really. Your husband out there had it made as a gift for you. Why did he not say so then?"
"For me?"
"Little while back, he came by my shop, asking if I could make a phenakistoscope. Now that about knocks me out of my chair. He's a man who almost never asks for favors. He's pretty damn brusque, and he's got a tongue sharp enough to cut steel, but he's not wicked to his core, I swear it. So please, ma'am, be a pillar of support for him." Oh, I hate this guy. I hate husbands. Even though he might be kind, he's sucks at communicating, bro. He so sucks at communicating.
In that moment, the Fennecis wheel became a precious treasure to me. We had only just married days earlier, and yet he had commissioned it for me without even knowing what I looked like. I was filled with a warm, pleasant elation. I agreed with the owner. Jacopo was not a bad man. He merely had difficulty expressing himself. Hurrying back to the carriage, I gave him my deepest thanks. He glanced over at me for a moment, then turned back towards the window and muted, "Yeah." Yeah. From there, we went to a restaurant for dinner. You call this a pizza? The crust is an atrocity. It's like I'm chewing on rubber. How can you wave my country's flag and not even serve spaghetti? Do you have any shame at all? So he's Italian? Is he Italian, bro? Jacopo. Italian? Question mark. Huh. Do you not have any shame at all? This wine is pitifully unbalanced, far too high levels of acidity. Listen to me carefully. The house wine is the face of a restaurant. He complained about every little thing. It was a complete disaster. But curiously enough, I was not at all put off by his behavior. When the sun set, the carriage made its way to a nearby hill. The cool nighttime breeze felt wonderful on my skin, flushed from the alcohol, and the light from the gas lamps had a comforting warmth to it. Though Jacopo had complained about the quality of the wine, once he had intoxicated himself, his mood improved visibly. It made him unexpectedly talkative.
Huh. Look out at the city. A gloomy town that shuts down at night isn't suited to expansion or growth, but this city isn't like that. You can see people walking beneath the lamps, and you can hear the bustle of them talking. This is a city that still has plenty of room to grow. As they ride the rising wave of the economy, many more people will gather here. More people means more money in circulation. More money in circulation means the city grows, companies are founded, and more goods are brought and sold.
Will it really change so drastically?
It can be difficult to see what's happening from the inside. The majority of people just go about their daily lives, and the next thing they know, things are different. No, I'd wager most don't notice the changes at all. Only those with eyes sharp enough to realize what's happening can seize success. I cannot afford to overlook even the most minute change.
Do you have a dream of some kind?
A dream? I'm not sure if it's easy enough to attain to call a dream. Others might call it greed or perhaps ambition. Don't laugh now. My intention is to make the world mine. Huh? Okay. Oh, okay, dude.
The world?
Yes, the world. And to do that, you need neither physical strength nor kindness, but money and influence. People have no choice but to kneel before those forces.
Why are you so intent on obtaining power?
Good question, actually. Is he majorly insecure? Does he have trauma or some shit? Because I want to change my country. I imagine. He isn't sure himself.
Your country?
You are aware that I, like you, am an immigrant, right? I immigrated from an island in the Mediterranean, though not the same island as you. My country is a peculiar place, where candor and violence go hand in hand. As a whole, the country is on the poor side, and if nobody does anything about that, I am one but a few of my fellow countrymen who have set their sights on the new world. They are falling far behind other nations. If I find success here, perhaps that will catch their attention. But if it doesn't, then my country is doomed to collapse.
You have much love for your homeland.
My feelings are a bit more complicated than mere love. But that's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Huh. Well, I'll have to remember not to get myself drunk around the women again.
I'm killing him, bro.
Oh my god. Forget everything I just said. It's about time we head back to the house.
Alright, but,
What is it?
is it alright if I provide you encouragement as you try to attain your dream? I know my presence is more likely to be a hindrance, but I would like to be there to watch as you trek forward.
I suppose do as you wish.
Thank you. You have my support then. Darling?
Oh! Send a shiver down my spine. Though not an unpleasant... Okay. Okay. I am glad to have you as my partner. Business partner, am I right, guys? Totally only business partner.
I was without a doubt happy then. His smile, the things he said, the fellowship will he gave me, they were all undeniably real. And those memories give me the will to wait. For the day things go back to the way they were. They will never go back, bro. They allow me to believe.
Oh, in this delusion. It is a delusion, guy. Oh. Ooh, what was that transition? Hello? Holy shit. How far have I been recording? An hour, right? Oh. Okay. I'm going to continue. I'll be right back, guys. Hi everyone, I'm back. I turned down the volume of the background music a little bit more because I think it's still a little too loud. I'm very sorry about that. This game is louder than I expected, okay? I'm very sorry about that. I turned it down a little bit more, so I think when it comes to like tense moments, it shouldn't bother you as much as it does me. I hope at least. Who's speaking? I'm not quite sure. This is something that actually happened to another maid. She heard a sound in the middle of the night. A sound like dripping water. At first she thought it was raining, so she looked through the window, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky to cover the stars. Maybe it's a faucet, she thought, so she stepped out of her room and into the corridor. Compared to her room, it was unearthly chilly. Okay. The maid regretted not bringing something to cover herself with. But that didn't make any sense. Normally the temperature wasn't that much colder outside her room. Her night clothes had always been more than enough for a trip to the lavatory? This is still in the mansion, right? Wondering what the reason could be, she made her way toward the sounds, but then she realized something. There were no faucets in the direction she was going. Rather, she was headed toward the hall. Dripping sounds. Is it blood? Did someone die there? I can't imagine what else like dripping sound, what else would make such dripping sounds. So I think it's blood, actually. The mansion where she served had many halls, but this one was off in a far corner of the house, at least the least used hall of them all. It had a high roof, but not a lot of space, so it was difficult to make good use of it. It also had a somewhat heavy air to it, a very curious room. It was the kind of place you might assign someone to clean as part of their hazing. Oof. Anyway, when the maid realized the sound was coming from that particular hall, she, as you might expect, let out an uncomfortable sigh. But there might be a leak, and having noticed, she couldn't simply ignore it, you know? Yeah, it might be a leak too, I'm so dumb. It might be a leak too, but I'm cynical when it comes to this game. So as much as she hesitated, she pushed open the doors to the hall. There was nobody there, and it didn't look like anything was leaking either. Where the hell did these sounds come from then? There were no puddles or water stains anywhere to be found. But she could still hear the sounds. Trip, trip, getting louder and louder. I don't like this. Slowly stepping further into the room, looking left and right, then left again, she searched for the source of the sound, coming to a stop in the center of the hall. She stood there still quiet, and then a chilly spot on the nape of her neck. Okay. With a little yelp, she reached back to feel her neck, but it wasn't wet. Confused, she slowly, warily tilted her head backward. And there hung a huge bloody skeleton from the ceiling. A bloody skeleton? But the skeleton doesn't bleed. Why is it bloody? When? Gah! Oh, it's Jacobo! Oh shit. Oh my god, it was a story, okay? Haha, that's rich, amazing. Oh my god, you screamed like a little guy. Thank you, Maria. Maria, you little... My god, are you men or children? This is my house and I would rather you didn't talk about it like that. Oh. What? Huh? This is my house. This mansion right now? Is she talking about this mansion? Whose words were those again? Oh, she's copying him, okay. Shut your mouth! How do you know about that? Were you eavesdropping? Of course. Another thing, I do not care for the sort of stupid fantastical tales you women so love to pass around. You women. I'm so tired of him, man. I'm so tired of this man. Because they scare you, you little pussy. Sorry. Ah, you've never been able to handle anything scary, Jacopo? You dumbass. Grrr, the alpha's awakening. Hell no. Wow! Don't glare at me like that. You're gonna destroy my sides. Oh my god, she's not taking him seriously, man. I feel like, wasn't it said by the white-haired girl that Jacopo likes the servant, that he likes Maria? I feel like Maria will stab our girlie, our white-haired girlie in the back. I feel like it's coming, man. I swear to God, I'm not crazy, man. There is basis for my theory, okay? Oh? So, did you come here for the sole purpose of telling me that cheap tripe? Acting tough after that fact just makes you look like twice as much of a whiz. She's acting also very casual towards him. She's not hiding her accent. I think she's not like speaking as like proper as she should. Huh? Well, I mean, I did make up a good half of it, but the maid really did hear a sound in the middle of the night. I don't like that. And it came from the back hall of this very mansion. Did you know? They say it used to be a chapel. Oh no, not the angel. Not the angel glass painting. It's not really glass painting. How do you call this in English? When it's like colored glass. God, I forgot. I'm so stupid. I'll put it on screen, man. I'm not researching this right now. I'll put it on screen, okay? Again, I have no interest in your women's little ghost stories. Okay, dude, but pissing yourself is on the menu or what? Is that so? You sure you're not just scared? Maria! Well, that said, the rumors aren't completely unfounded. This is a pretty old mansion. It's had a lot of work done on it. Kind of feels like it's barely holding itself together. It's had a lot of work done on it, huh? I like a big old quilt with pieces from all different time periods. The back hall is one of the oldest patches. Back hall. There's a huge window on the far end, and supposedly there used to be a stained glass in it. Stained glass is what you call it. Oh my god. Thank you, Maria. Now I don't have to put this on screen. It's stained glass. So it's not there anymore? It was a depiction of an archangel, they say. Such a shame. I wonder when it was broken. Oh, did the beast break it? Did he get that pissed off that he broke it? I think he did, right? If it was still there, I bet it'd be worth a fortune. I find that hard to believe. First of all, why would anyone put a chapel inside a mansion? They be summoning shit. I don't know. You've got a point, I guess. I guess they prayed here. Maybe that's why. Now how about you do some actual work instead of distracting yourself with all this nonsense? I do work, but the other maids can be a bit nasty, you know? Dealing with other women is like walking on glass. Oh my god, this is literally the cat fight house. Am I to blame for that? Yes, you are, you little bitch. Oh my god. What if I said you were? What does that look tell you guys? Is that the look that actually gives a fuck? I don't know. Don't give me that look. They're just not fond of me, simple as that. They are also not fond of your wife. Can you do something against that? Please? Nothing you can do about it. Oh my god. Is that so? Does he feel guilty for putting Maria through this, but not his own wife? If so, I will strangle this guy. I will somehow make it possible for my hands to stretch right inside of this game and strangle this guy. I will make it a possibility, okay? Oh yeah, I was talking to the madam, and she was telling me you used to be quite the gentleman. Were you perhaps actually in love back then? Wow. You shouldn't act like it, so it's easy to miss, but I guess you're not made entirely out of steel. Just like when you were younger, you're still... She knows him when he was younger. Do not speak of that, of my embarrassing past. Oh. The past is not worth remembering. It is unnecessary. Were they together back then? Were they a couple back then before he married the white-haired girl? Oh no. If so, I feel like the white-haired girl will die and Maria will definitely kill her. Please don't make this a reality. So to you, the past exists just to be cast aside? Nah, it's not important. You don't want me to talk about it, I won't talk about it. But your wife? Never mind. What do you mean, never mind, girl? I'll leave you be. I have to get back to work soon, or I'll be staring down the headmate's Arctic smile. Oof. Alright. Why is he like this right now? If the fancy strikes me, I'll drop by and we can trade more ghost stories. Maria. What? No ghost stories? This is a new expression from him. No, not that. I have not forgotten those days. Oh, what kind of days are they fucking talking about? But no, it's yeah, can you like yap a little bit? Guess not. Oh my fucking god, bro. I'll be off then. Alright. If the fancy strikes you, drop by and we can trade something other than ghost stories. Ha, what'd I tell ya? I'll consider it. Goodbye. Okay, bro. What is that deal? Why? This is also a new expression. Can I? There you go. Wow, that's so epic. Why is he so torn up about this? God damn it. I can't escape anything. Escape? Escape your What kind of escape, bro? What kind of escape? I have so many questions. Ah, they have grown to be so beautiful. Just like you, white-haired girl. Okay, guys. Should I end my episode here? We can do a little bit more, okay? Just a tiny bit more. I totally have self-control, guys. Oh no, not the music, not the music.
Such a wonderful fragrance. The scent of roses is so calming. I wonder why that is.
Because roses are familiar to you. They're like someone gifted you a white rose. Do you not remember?
Would it cause any trouble if I picked one?
Don't pick the white one. Well, hello there. Out for a midnight stroll, are you? Quite the peculiar hobby, madam.
I cannot spend as much time as I would like outside during the day, so I end up coming out at night.
Also because of your albinism, I think.
I apologize if I startled you.
Oh no, not at all. It is a chilling, captivating beauty to the sight of your snow-white form standing there in the moonlit garden. Why is the maid so kinda low-key down bad for this girl? Like, maids, please.
I would hardly. What are you doing out so late?
I saw a figure through the window. On the slight chance it might be a burglar, I thought it my responsibility to ensure they did not break in. What would the maid have done, by the way? I guess she's unkillable, but like, does she have actual power to destroy, to kill? If so, I don't want to see it. It was also the middle of the night when the grocer's servant broke into their safe. The grocer's servant broke into their safe. Did she not say that before in the very first door? The story of Mel and... She did say that before, right? Or am I crazy? I need to get my notebook. I'll be right back. In the story of Nellie and Mel, I can't really see that. That is so sus, though. Huh. Maria headmaid, question mark. We don't know what the headmaid looks like. Okay. I'm writing this down just in case. Because it has been mentioned twice before. Grocer's servant and save. Oh, I accidentally pulled out my red marker. Whoops. Excuse me. Why the fuck can I not get this marker out, man? There we go. Okay, there we go. Grocer's servant broke into safe. Okay. News of that spread quite far. I am sure you would have heard about it. Oh, but Gamache was in prison some time ago. Gamache, I have written this name down. She did mention this before. Dear me, cannot seem to get my head out of the past. Yeah. Do you intend to give that white rose to someone? Of course she picked a white rose. Again, a parallel to the first story.
Yes. I was thinking about giving it to my husband.
Your husband will not appreciate that gift.
While I expect he has little fondness for such feminine tastes, the scent of flowers has a truly calming effect. He might find it relaxing when he needs a reprieve from his work.
Is that so? You are very kind-hearted. Speaking of white roses, the rose he meant to give you was the same shade of white. Oh, she's speaking about, our boy, Mel. Yeah.
Oh, he?
But when you touched it, it turned a deep shade of red. Does she remember? Yup, I remember this shit. I still don't know why the fuck it turned red, bro. There was but a single white rose in the garden, so he was unable to give it to you as he had wished. In its place, he had a decorative rose fashioned for you.
And what exactly are you referring to?
Oh, if only you knew. Oh dear, do you not remember? Then am I to assume you have forgotten what happened to the rose accessories? Well, he was unable to give that to you either. But that time, because you rejected the gift. I am not criticizing you for that decision, of course. You had a perfectly good reason for not accepting it. Heartbroken from having lost you, he buried the rose in this garden, and the beast picked it up again. Over the years, the roses in the garden withered away, and in their place grew a thick, unsightly nest of weeds. Many, many years later, that accessory was dug up by a beast. And curiously enough, it had not a speck of rust on it. This flower, this accessory is fucking cursed, bro, I'm telling you.
A beast.
You do not remember him either. The foreign man who, through his interaction with you, almost regained his humanity.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I have no idea what you speak of. The only gift I have ever received from a man is my Fenneki's wheel.
Oh man.
And furthermore, I have only lived in this mansion for a year. While the garden was not as thriving as it is now, it was certainly not in ruins when I arrived.
Because I had been taking care of it, yes. I'd been taking care of it, okay. But for whatever reason, by my hands alone, I was unable to make it into anything quite as splendid as it is now. Once you arrived and began to work on it, however, just look around. You have restored it to its former glory, to the magnificence of the flaxen-haired family's time. Huh. Huh. Are both of them? Like, both of them are definitely tied to this house. But do they balance each other out? Because one cannot bring back this garden, but the other can. The other one regains their memories while the other can't. So, I guess they balance each other out in that way. Are they like foils of each other? The back of the same coin? God, I don't know. I promise I'm not trying to fault you for anything. Now that I think about it, it makes sense you would not remember. Does it? Though you are still you. You are different than before. Different. Though not in the sense you are a wholly different person. Tell me, is your name blank again? Morgana. No, it's a little bit too long to be Morgana. I don't know. Is your name Morgana or not?
My name is blank, yes. But you should already know that. Again.
More proof that you are indeed you. Did you know that your current name is pronounced the same as the name of the person you are waiting for? That your current name is pronounced the same as the name of the person... Is Jacobo's name? Jacobo? What is happening right now?
What are you talking about?
I have met you many times and I know of your past, of events that transpired long, long ago.
I'm telling you the truth. I first came to this mansion just a year ago.
Will she awaken her memories? I'm sure she won't.
Until then, I had never left my country, or even set foot out of my own house. We did not have any servants either. So where then are you saying we met?
Right here. This mansion, of course.
But I'm telling the truth. It was a year ago, shortly after my parents fell ill and received an offer for my marriage.
I knew something... Oh...
I knew something had to be done. I knew it, and so I'm telling the truth.
I know you are. Your memories are kind of whack. If that is what you remember, then I do not doubt you. Oh, is she sure of herself, though? But I also suspect I know why you seem so flustered. Are there moments when your memories seem hazy? When it seems like important details have fallen through the cracks? Oh. You needn't fret. One day, eventually, you shall remember all. Don't remember all. It was brutal. One day. Yeah? Don't remember. Do me a favor and do not remember, okay? What the hell is this? Okay, now I'm finishing this episode. Holy shit. It's a very long one, guys. I'm very sorry about that. Thank you so much for sticking with me in this episode. God, so much shit happened. I don't know how to feel about Jacopo anymore. Jacopo apparently has some memories of Maria. He is not fond of his wife. He mistreats his wife. For that I hate him. His past, he did not seem as loving as I expected him to be. He still was kind of a prick. Kind of a piece of shit that is bad at communicating. So, I feel like he will have character development, but I feel like his character development will come a little bit too late. Maybe he'll regret how he treated his wife after his wife maybe passes away through Maria's hands. God, if the things like I predict them actually are going to happen, I feel like I will lose my shit. Holy fuck. Am I correct or not? I don't know. I'll find out in the next episode. For you guys, it will be tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow is the day when we'll... I don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen, man. More Jacopo law, I guess. I don't fucking know. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll take a break, and then I'll be right back recording. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.